Welcome back to Sky Odyssey. The lockdown continues, but we are going to ignore the rules, and instead of going on an adventure, we're going to finish Sky Canvas first. There's only one map left.
The final challenge is to write the word good. This stage contains rings numbered 1 through 10. Pass through ring 10 and the finished ring will appear. Clear the stage by releasing smoke while flying from rings 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4 to 4, 5 to 5, 6 to 7, 7 to 6, 8 to 9, and 10 to fin.
Well, we're not summoning an ancient god, we're summoning an ancient good. Close enough, I think. Let's do it. Now, it's a bit disappointing. This final level is two-dimensional. It's flat, unlike some of the previous ones, so it's kind of boring. Not to mention that the word good has two O's in it. Just two circles. We've done more complicated things before. I wonder what the final level was like in the Japanese version. I'm still looking for some wargames out there, even though I technically no longer need it for the podcast, and I've discovered something. Apparently there is this card-driven wargame solitaire thing called Hornet Leader, and for that thing there is an expansion in which Cthulhu rises. So you've got a wargame about bombing various third-world countries, and an expansion about literally dropping a nuclear bomb onto an ancient god. It looks kind of interesting. Unfortunately, those wargames have got to be some of the most expensive paper I've seen out there. I mean, the box is a collection of playing cards and cardboard tokens, and it's pricey. But I guess a lot of effort does go into designing all that stuff and printing it, and usually in limited quantities because they are not exactly the games for everyone. Anyway, I've got only 2 sticks remaining. Yeah, this final level is disappointing. What? It's only 3 circles, semicircles, and a couple of straight lines. Even the 3 rings in the previous level in the previous episode were more interesting because they were at an angle, diagonal, with a change in altitude. And this is the end. What do we get? Good enough, I only need above 90. So, what's our reward? Yes. The autogyro. With a jet engine. Is this even viable? Anyway, let's pick this plane. Autogyro, and go back to the Great Divide because I've got that jet engine to pick up. But first, I want to repaint it to my taste. I like this lightning. I'll just spend some time picking colors, including some of the colors which do not do anything. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing, but these 5 areas are in reality not represented entirely on your plane, so you can recolor something, and it turns out it doesn't really change anything on the plane. Or maybe it changes something inside the engine or whatever. Hey. Oh. I cannot do the Great Divide in an autogyro, so... let's pick something different. Oh, I know. This.
Your mission. Fly to the landing strip beyond. Weather is fly west after flying through the ravine. This is how. Press the circle button to. You will only be able to time your fuel dump carefully. Once you fly over, there is a landing strip inside.
Okay, this is going to look silly. Here's my UFO sitting on... Is that smoke coming from it? Oh no. So here's my UFO sitting on its giant balls. Let's see how it takes off. And I'm off using minimal throttle. How fast can I go? 300, 400, 5, 6, come on, 700, almost 700. This plane seems a little broken. Anyway, I got to this point, and now I'll do a U-turn and return to that secret runway. And see if I can land on it. The UFO is a bit weird to control because it doesn't seem to slip sideways. When you're carrying out a banking turn, it doesn't drop as much as normal planes. I guess it's got an anti-gravity device or something. A perfect landing. Okay, give me that engine. Riveting. Now the really interesting part. Can I take off from here? What if I use full throttle? Oh, yes, I can take off from here. And how? Yeah, the golden UFO seems just a little bit overpowered. How is it going to fare near the mountain summit? Let's see. Here we are, near the summit, and I'm still going at 400 at 2,000 meters. Yeah, this isn't much of a challenge. So, way to go. Yeah, apparently if you finish the target mode with all the golden medals, you get the golden UFO, and it lets you completely break the game. That's nice. It wasn't really that hard to get. Anyway, the ancient forest. The real mission for today.
This ancient forest is dense with mammoth trees towering to heights of 700 meters or more. There are stories of witches living among the trees. Witches or no witches, no one has ever seen the ruins which are said to lie deep in the forest.
Well, if no one's seen them, who is saying they're lying deep in the forest?
Your mission is to land at the ruins in an ancient forest surrounded by mountains. Here you will recover another piece of the lost map. Weather is clear. Take off and fly west. You will see an old castle and beyond, mountains that surround the ancient forest. Hidden near the base of the mountain is a cave. Fly into it to enter the forest. Here you will find a path leading to the ruins. Once inside the forest, fly below 100 meters to avoid overhead foliage. Be careful of large rocks, narrow tunnels, and sudden turns along the path. When you find the ruins, land there to recover a piece of the lost map. After recovering the piece of the lost map, fly west through the next cave to the landing area.
Can't I fly from that runway to where I need to pick up the map? It seems that it's going to be much easier that way.
The arrow on your radar will direct you to your destination. Land here to complete the mission.
So, 700-meter tall trees. That sounds unbelievable. Why is my plane not pink? Oh, and I think I have a different emblem now. Oh, I think I got it. All the planes in the game use the same color palette, so when I was repainting that autogyro, I accidentally repainted my swordfish. At least I think that's the case. Maybe it's just because my shade of pink is very receptive to the colors in the game, because it does look pink at some angles, does it? Weird. But lighting is not one of the game's strong suits. And here is the cave I dread, because this is where telling the ground, telling the floor from the roof or the walls can get a bit tricky. Well, maybe not in this case in particular, maybe not in this cave in particular, but in the later one. But still in this level. Also, in my first playthrough, this particular map made me realize that maybe building the swordfish for speed is a really bad idea. Because if you pick all the parts, the wings, the engine, everything else to maximize the speed, it actually, hits your maneuverability. And the result of that is that you will start failing to enter these turns. Yeah, and the problem is, if you can't properly turn with the path, you have to slow down, and so you build your plane for speed, and then you slow down, and you're still less maneuverable than you would be if you pick all the parts for maneuverability. Basically, if your plane is agile, you're faster in this level than if your plane is fast. Which I guess makes sense. Also, that forest looks like... that forest looks like you're about to run into a random encounter when you take a turn. Oh, by the way, this cave, it's not just left and right turns, it also goes up and down, but obviously because you don't have an artificial horizon, you can't clearly see it. But you can definitely feel it when your speed starts to go up or down suddenly without warning. Now that I think about it, this cave is surprisingly well lit, even in areas where there are no holes in the ceiling. There is light here, and there is light up ahead, but what about the rest of it? Why is it so bright? The path splits. Let's take the right one. It's getting tighter. Shit. Okay, I guess let's try again. Right, here I am, back almost... Ow. Shit. Nope. Alright, let's do it. Let's try it again. Instead of doing it again. Oh, by the way, I haven't shown you the map for the place, right? Well, let's take a look at it. Okay, so I see that splitting path in the cave, and that's actually that's past the halfway point. Let's take the left. Yeah, I like the left path better. Now what's going to happen? Is it going to start collapsing while being flooded? No, it's just getting smaller and smaller. And with these graphics I can't really tell where the next turn is coming. Yeah, this game could use some graphical improvements. Although not in the form of a high-resolution texture pack. No, more like a better lighting system. And how long is this game? I think we're getting near the end. Yeah, there is the end of the game. We're almost at the ruins. I really hope I don't screw up the landing. Okay, I could do some rolls here and get some points. That's a good straight line. But I don't want to, because I'll have to redo the entire mission again when I crash. There's the runway. Just one turn and we'll get there. No, I don't want to land ahead, I want to land on the runway. Looking at various guides, there doesn't seem to be a secret runway in this place, which is weird, really. I think the forest would make a perfect site for one. You know, I wonder, when that cutscene plays when you get a part, does the mission timer still move forward? Let's see. Was it 6:40 something? Oh, how cute. The timer is showing 6:10, 6:20. Wait, no, 7:20. So yeah, I lost 30 seconds just watching that cutscene. Very nice game. Yeah, that time limit, 10 minutes, is actually pretty well suited for this mission. If you fly on a plane that's like too fast, even the swordfish rigged to fly fast instead of turning well, you are going to miss that time limit and you will take a time penalty. But I'm smart, because I've played this before, and I know what this game is trying to trick me into. I'm still surprised I don't hit my wings on the walls too often. Well, more often. Once is too much. These trees do not look like they're 700 meters. Honestly, they don't even look like they're 200. I mean, the game told us that the foliage starts at 100 meters, and then the trees just sort of abruptly end. There's the runway. Yeah, what the hell, game? I could have flown into the forest from this runway, got to the ruins, and then, I don't know, figured out my own way to turn around. I would have found a way. Or, you know, we could have walked. And I guess I'll stick yet another engine upgrade. There is still one part I can get for the swordfish, but I'll need to pick it up during a mission. Right, so we're done with Blanc Island. Next, we'll have to go to the island matching letter C, whatever it was called. But not today, because the Labyrinth mission is actually yet another map piece mission. So, a mini-boss in a way. We don't want that. Now, instead, we can take a look at unlockable art in the hangar. Because we did get some new pieces. Well, these... There it is. That's from the mountain mission. That's from dropping stuff onto tents. That's from the forest. And no, these are not 700 meters, sorry game. There's the autogyro. I gotta say, the drawing looks much better than the in-game model. You know, let's try free flight, and let's try the autogyro in free flight if the game is not letting us do it normally. Where could I do this? Oh, I know. That blowing place where it blows. What are the rules?
In this mode, you can fly freely in the various adventure mode stages with the aircraft of your choice. As you clear each stage of adventure mode, the area you can explore will expand.
Okay. Okay, let's begin. Do I want limited fuel? No. Oh, we're back to the weather modeling system. Oh, I think my position is marked by that blinking red light. I don't want to fly in the rain at night. Let's keep fast forwarding. Wow, not only does it look, it also sounds ugly too. But it flies, I guess? Not very fast though. Something is missing in this level. Like the wind. Where are the wind tunnels? I need them, they're like the most fun part of this region. I don't even have the map, so good luck finding your way if you get lost. This is a disappointment, and I don't even have a way to accumulate points. But I can fly upside down with a rotor, which sounds somewhat unrealistic. Oh, by the way, the best way to get points in the game is fly like this, upside down, at low altitude, which apparently you can do with a helicopter rotor. Oh, there's downwash for my upside down rotor. That's great. Okay, let's ram something and finish this. Oh no. We've finished 2 islands in the game, and next time we're going to fly into the labyrinth and get yet another map piece. And then see the 3rd island of the game, which I think is a bit wet, and features lots of missions over water, but I may be wrong.